Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. As you can see, my table is already packed. If you were here yesterday, you heard that I was prepping for hours last night for today's video. Today's video is actually the prep for the live on, I think it was May 2nd, Amazon. May 2nd or May 4th. I don't know in my head. It's not here yet, but it's way past for you. So today is prep day for it. A lot of you can't make it to the Amazon lives for whatever the reason. So I always do the video of the prep with you, and this one is going to take me quite a while. Today, they want to demonstrate a lot of their powders and their glitters. So 7 of them to be exact. So that's a huge day. That's why I had to prep so much. So the things we're going to display today is their 60 pack of mica powders. Of course, I'm not going to be pouring all 60. I didn't even pull all 60 out, but I'm going to give you a little taste of what the 60 entails with 30 of them. We're going to show you the glow-in-the-dark pigments, the thermochromic powders, the chunky glitters, the chameleon flakes, the chrome powders, and their chameleon powders, all in one video with 3 molds. I have already done a lot of cabochons yesterday because I just basically brushed what I'm going to show you, and I will demold them later, but this is one example of several. I took the chameleon flakes in this one. I brushed one color into 2 cabochon molds. So this one has one color, this one has one color, one color, and so on and so forth. Then I poured each color with black and each color with white. We're going to demold these later so you can see how many different opportunities you have for their powders. Because you don't just have one color in their powders, you have 2 or 3 and many more if you decide to like mix them together or whatever. So this is just a demonstration of 2 backed in black, backed in white, completely different from one powder. So these ones are the chameleon flakes. I'm going to set everything aside for later. I have already done the chameleon powders the exact same way. So this is one color, that's one color. These all go with this, and there's a couple in the other mold. So these are the chameleon powders. And then the chrome powders, they don't look different under different colors, and I demonstrated that. I poured one clear, most are black, and then I poured one white. But the chrome powders are going to be gorgeous under any color that you do. They're not color changing, so there wasn't any reason to do them under black and white because they're going to be the same color no matter what you do. So those are the chrome powders we'll do later. And then I have also prepped the chunky glitter set, all 12 colors. I know I use these a lot on their lives because I love them so much, and you guys do too. You are purchasing these like crazy, so I figured I'd show them to you again since they're a favorite. And there are the 12 colors I have poured. Why is this doing this? I have poured all 12 colors for you. We will demold those later. What I'm going to do, so I don't know if you know what the thermochromic powder is. So thermochromic powders are 2 colors, whoops, and they're one color when it's cold and they're one color when it's warm. So when we mix this into resin, somehow I'm going to have to figure out how to show you warm and cold. I may get a bowl full of ice water on the finished product. So I'm going to pour them one way today. These are going to be my reveals for the live, and then on the live I will pour everything in different colors. That way you're not watching the same thing twice if you were at the live. So there's 5 colors in the thermochromic set. So when they're warm, they're one color. When they're cold, they're another color. This is most likely the cold, and this is cyan, green, yellow, purple, pink, which I will not do these ones today. I'm going to do those 2 on the live, and we're going to pour their axolotl mold with these. And these are the 3 I'm going to put in there. Dark green lime, violet blue, and orange yellow. So those 3 are going in the axolotl today. I have their frog mold, and I have their glow-in-the-dark 12 set pigment powders here. So today we're going to pour the frog in 3 colors: fuchsia, purple, and blue. So these are the glow in the darks, so obviously they will glow in the dark. And I want to show you what else they come with. So you have blue green, you have yellow, you have green, and coral. So I will pour this frog in different colors that day. Sky blue and gold, which if you were there, you already seen them. Salmon and magenta and yellow green. So you get 12 colors in this set, all glow in the darks. So we'll do these for the frog. And then this is what, a salamander or a gecko or something. I pulled out all of these mica powders. I'm just going to pour like this total rainbow in here. I'm going to pour chestnut, peach, lemon, forest green, dark blue, hopefully I have enough, sapphire blue, and purple. So I'm going to pour all of these colors because I want you to get a nice example of the mica powders. Now I pulled out a whole bunch of others. I didn't pull out all 60. This is the one thing I do not keep boxed, so they are in between all my other mica powders. So I did pull out a bunch just to show you colors, a couple different reds, orange and rose gold. So these are an example of some of the shades you're going to get in the red and orange family. Let me just put those down. Here's some more reds and pinks, rose red, deep pink, maroon. I absolutely love their maroon. They also have the metallics, so this one is bronze. And then we have yellows and another metallic, which is copper. There's other metallics in there. I just didn't pull them out. Pearl gold, yellow. Here's a couple of greens. We have examples of olive green, lawn green, two olive greens, grass green, sage green. Here's a couple of the many blues that they have. I am out of some of them because I used them all up. Green, but it looks like a turquoise to me. Light blue, sky blue, regular blue, which oh no, I got a full one of regular blue. I thought it was out. Here's a couple purples of the many that they have. Dark purple, purple, and purple blue. So those are some of them. So I am going to move all of this, move this for the live. So the ones I poured on the live, those will be demolded after, which will be coming up in a couple of days for me, for you too, because in your real life, I'm not at the live. Well, I'm not even going to get into that because it confuses Dawn, it confuses you, it confuses me sometimes. So let me get those put aside since I already showed them to you. I'm going to probably mix up one at a time because there's so much to mix up. I don't want to be rushed. So let me grab some resin, gloves, and let's get started.
Brushes in hand and the world is my stage. Colors are loud like they're breaking the cage.
I mixed up 5 ounces for the, I don't know what it is, gecko, lizard, chameleon, whatever it is. For some reason, they don't have the amount listed on that one or the frog. Only the axolotl says 5.4. So, I don't know why that's the case. But normally, Let's Resin is very good about putting the amounts on their molds. They're one of the only ones that do. Okay. So I forgot about eyes. You could put glass eyes in. If I could find them quick enough while this is in the vacuum chamber, I will try to do that, get the UV resin in there. But I totally forgot as I'm standing here like mixing and I'm like, oh, these have eyes. I forgot. All right, let's just mix up a little bit of each one of these into alcohol because I'm going to split that 5 ounces 7 ways. This one is called purple. This one is sapphire blue, which is a purpley blue. This way you'll get to see lots of colors. Well, only 7 of the 60, but trust me, you're going to love them all. There's not a mica powder that I have met that I do not like. Dark blue. Must be a good one because it's almost empty. Now, I don't know how they're going to react together. They're probably going to merge together a little bit. I was going to try to keep them separated, but I'm not going to use glue or anything to do that. But you can put glue in your resin, and that will keep them separated. But I kind of want this to merge at the seams, you know what I mean? So it doesn't look so blocky. Is that a word? Blocky colored? Just want to wipe my stick off between. I should have started with the lighter one. and gone to the others, but that's okay. And I should have done this before I mixed up my resin because there are so many colors, but we have plenty of time. So this one is lemon, and the green was called forest green. Then we have peach, and then we have chestnut.
Roasting on an open fire.
It's not, it's like summertime. You're singing a winter song?
You just said the word chestnut.
Oh.
It's the first thing that came to my mind.
Chestnut.
Roasting on an open fire.
Oh, jeez.
With marshmallows and hot dogs.
Okay.
I like that color. I like that color.
You should like all the colors. How do you not like every color?
You know.
Just get them dissolved, then we'll split it, and then we'll vacuum chamber it.
Get it dissolved, and that way you could split it, and you can put it in the vacuum chamber.
Stop.
What? I do that very well. Look.
All right. Couple more.
I'll be back with you.
This way you don't have unmixed mica powders settling on your piece if you are new to resin. That's why I'm doing this. You don't have to do it. You can mix really, really good. But once I figured this trick out, I was like, never going back to mixing. Because there would always be a little bit of mica powder. Not always, but a lot of times. You would have that one little piece that just didn't get mixed in. And I have not had that problem. Ooh, that's gorgeous. Look at that color. That's a shifting color, I think. One more. I gotta find if I have any eyes that fit. If I can get them in there quick enough. All right, let's see. How am I gonna split 5 ounces 7 ways? Well, I guess we can. It really won't be that difficult. So we're gonna do just a little bit in each one, and then we'll go back. Because I want them all, well, I don't know that equal actually works because some of the parts are deeper than others. So it is what it is. And we need a spatula. I should have extra. I did measure them, so I didn't have like crazy amount of extras today. And it was, I think, just under 6 ounces, maybe 5.5. So that's why I did 6. I think it was under 6. Okay. Now we stir them in again till you see it's, you know, pretty uniform. So for the other ones, I will do off camera. So I like to do everything at least once for those of you who are new. And then when we do the other two, I'm going to do the exact same thing, but be prepared so this video doesn't like go crazy long. There. Chestnut roasting on an open fire. Their burgundy is gorgeous too. Absolutely gorgeous. Now I wish, I know they don't, but it doesn't hurt to suggest things to them because they do listen to us. I wish they would sell their colors individually, but they do have a lot of colors, and I understand even adding one thing to a store can be a process. They are thinking about, maybe they have done it by now, I don't know, I am several weeks ahead of you, but they were thinking about putting the pastel alcohol inks in its own, like, collection. What's the word I'm looking for? Just a little, just the alcohol inks, the pastels, all by themselves, selling them all by themselves. So that would be amazing if they did that. That way you don't have to buy the 64 kit every time you run out of like pastel pink and purple or something. So hopefully that gets done quickly because I know a lot of people are waiting for that. That's the purple blue shift. What is it called? Sapphire blue. This is the Dark blue? Yeah, dark blue. Stunning. Okay. I'm going to get these in the vacuum chamber, look for some eyes, see if I can get that done. If not, we're going to just paint them on later.
Glitz and glitter, lighting up the night. Painting dreams with a shimmer so bright. Rhinestones dancing, catching every eye. This is my moment, gonna touch the sky.
So I found some eyes. I quickly picked a round pupil one. I don't know if that's the right one for this animal, but just so I didn't have to mess around, I've got my resin ready. I just wanted to get some eyes in him. So I'm just using my bonding kit, which comes with the bonding UV resin and the flashlight here. And I'm just getting the eyes in place. Now, if they had slit eyes, it takes a few extra minutes because you want to make sure that the slit eyes are going in the same direction. I'm not a big fan of them because I don't like trying to do that. So I'm just curing these eyes the best that I can before I pour the resin in, because I don't want an eye like on top of his head and dislodged or in his nose or something crazy. And bonding resin doesn't really take this long to cure. I'm just doing it extra because that's what I do. So you can look at them from the top. I think they're okay. This one might be up a little higher, but you know what? In a pinch, in a quick, it's going to be fine. All right, so let me get him on a paper towel so I can move him out of the way when I'm done. Excuse me, goodness, I need a drink. I spilt a little bit of that chestnut on the way out of the vacuum chamber, so oops, this was for him. I'm not putting him in the pressure pot or anything. We're just going to pour him today. So I think, how am I going to do this? I got to be quick. I want them like next to each other. Oops. I don't know. So you do a little bit at a time so they don't go too far. And then you pour more. Let's do this one and this one. So I might not have, like I said, some parts are deeper. And I'm just going to do it again. And whatever we get, because I really can't, it's not a flat mold. We're going to get it marbling, which is okay. I was trying to keep them like, you know what I mean, blocky. Do that leg that color, and we'll do this leg this color. And then just keep pouring till he's full, because we're going to need most of this. We'll do one leg yellow. I forgot to spritz him with alcohol, but that'll be okay. We'll do one leg green. And then we'll do this leg with some blue. It's almost full. I'm going to have a little bit of extra. We're going to call him a chameleon today because he has so many colors. Okay, the chestnut's gone. I just want to top him up a little bit just to dome him. And we'll have some, definitely have some. Oh, he's definitely domed. Just fix his little toe. I'm going to get a dotting tool, a skinnier dotting tool, and just go up and make sure his little toes are filled without any bubbles in them. And I think they are. He should be interesting. I think he'll be kind of cool. Hopefully his eyes stayed in place. Okay. I need to put this, oh, I got a little bit of everything left. Oh, a lot of yellow. Interesting. So maybe he took 5, definitely 5, because that was 6 and I have about an ounce left. So let's move this guy out of the way and find something to put my extras in. Clean up this mess. Let me find a mold. I pulled out the Into Resin butterfly. Let's just, I know it's not enough, but I'm going to have more from the rest. So let's just fill it with all these extra colors. Oh, you know what I should have done? The other one that I got, I'll do that another day. The one that Denise sent me, I have not done yet. I'm just going to fill it all up. That's it. Maybe it will take all. I think this holds 2.5 ounces though. We're going to stack the yellow a couple different places so we don't have a big block of yellow. I don't know. I think it'll be cool. It might turn brown. It could. It'll be a moth. We'll just call it a moth if it turns brown. Let's stack. We might have enough to do this whole thing. Did I have 2 ounces left over? Oh my gosh, that would be nuts. And if I need to fill it up with the other, I know I'm going to end up with extra anyway because the frog I'm going to overdo too. I only need a little bit more, which I will get from the frog. So he'll be a little bit, what's the frog? Glow in the dark on the bottom of him. Cool. All right, let me get some eyes for the frog. I'll put that over there and fill him up later. Let me see if I could find some eyes for the frog. And if I can place them in there, I'm going to place them the same way. I'm going to mix up 5 ounces of resin. And let's get these ready in the cups before I do that, so I don't have to be rushed. What am I looking for? This. These are not open. This is a new set because the set that I already have got packed away to move. And I don't know where it's at the moment, so I had to get another set. Okay, here's the... Where's my stir stick? This is purple. Now you can put this in tinted resin, I hear, and still see the glow. But I just want to show you the colors that they are without being tinted. This one is the blue. Plastic goes down all the way around, which is fine, I guess. Doesn't need to come off. Let's do enough so we get plenty of glow. Now I got to figure out, for you it's easy to show you the glow because I'm going to give you still pictures at the end. I'm still figuring out how to do that on the live. Oops. A little bit more. Now these are more grainy than a normal mica powder. Sometimes I take a mortar and pestle to them and crush them up, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to see if this works. And it looks like it will work. I don't even know that we need as much alcohol. We don't. Just a little bit. A little bit more. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Now I'm just going to go ahead and mix up the 5. I'm going to try to find some eyes. If I can find some eyes that'll fit him, I'm going to get those in the exact same way. These are not in a hurry at this point. And we'll go from there. I managed to get eyes in both of them. So this one has the round pupils. That one does not, because the eyes that I had to fit that one were only slits. So for this one, I drew the line on the back of the eye so I knew which way the slit was going, and then placed them in there. So whether they're placed nicely or not, who knows? Okay, I had to put these in a bigger cup because the powders in here went crazy in the vacuum chamber. I'm going to put it this way so I can see what's going on. So I did have to put them in a little bit bigger cup, so I'm going to do that with the other powders too. I think what I'm going to do is just layer it. And hopefully we'll get to see all of the colors. Let's put some blue down his arm. And we'll put some pink down this arm. And we'll put some purple down this leg. We'll put some pink down this leg. They may all combine. I have no idea. Let's put some more blue up here. Put some more pink up here. Try to fill his little feet. Definitely going to need a dotting tool for those feet. Regardless, he's going to glow one way or the other. We may have 3 colors. We may have glowing brown. That I don't know. I don't work with glow powders too often. Let's get some up here. Try to use my dotting tool to coax it into his fingers. Are they called fingers? I don't know. Toes? That's a good question. I'm not up on my facts about reptiles and amphibians. Okay, let's get this up here. This one needs to go in that little toe. Oh, there's a lot of... Oh, no, that needs... Let me get some more in here. Do I have any more? That is the question. That one's done. We're going to have a little bit left over for the butterfly, so hopefully we can fill that one up. Oh, that toe is missing. Is that a toe? I don't know what that is. Strange. Let's get the blue in here. Just a little bit more to dome him. Oh, he's definitely domed. Okay. I'm going to put the rest in the butterfly. I think I'm going to drop it straight down so it doesn't look too crazy. Straight down the middle. Get a lighter here. He's a little high. I think it's good though. I just don't want to have to trim around these feet, because that won't be fun. All right, let me move him. Let's see if we can, I'm going to pour this just like down the middle. That way it pushes the mica powders up the sides. Oh, I got a little bit left. Okay. We'll pour that into something. So that one's full. We're going to get an extra. Let me just grab a flower of some sort. Let's see. What did I do with those new flowers I got? Which drawer are they in? That, my friends, are the questions. Let's do some flowers and some bows. Well, we might only have enough for the flower, and that's okay. Let's spritz it. And we're going to have a glow-in-the-dark flower. That's it. Maybe enough for one bow, one little bow. That's it. Woo! It's domed. Okay, now I'm going to mix up 5 more ounces. But let's get those mica powders mixed in so you could see them. They're probably going to change color right in the cup because they're going from... I just want to see if they're the same color. This one's a little too high. In the alcohol mixture before we put resin in them as they are in the bottle. Because once that resin starts heating up, which is fairly quickly, then our colors are going to change. This one is violet blue. And we'll compare them to the powder because I know they're going to change quickly. I think this one was orange yellow. Let me just get another paper towel so I can wipe my stick off here. Orange yellow. Doesn't look yellow. It looks kind of salmony to me. This is dark green and lime. Interesting. Looks blue. I know the last time I used these, couldn't remember which color was hot, which color was cold. So we might have to get a bowl of ice water or something. So let's see how much they change. Well, they're already changed. So there's one color, there's another color. And then here's the orange yellow. I don't know why it says orange yellow though. It's pretty deep. And here is the purple. So this could be a cold color because I know the alcohol is cold. Now we could always get the heat gun out, I guess, when the piece is finished. So they are definitely different. Definitely different. All right, I will mix up the resin, get it vacuum chambered just like before, and then we'll pour. Everything is mixed and ready to pour. Look at how deep these colors are. You could see the blue in there. This is violet blue. Deep, deep colors. You could see the yellow in that one now on the cup. And here is the dark green and lime. So we'll be interested to see. So I'm going to just do the exact same thing. Oh, you know what? His gills need to be squished. So, oops, let me get some on his back. Because whatever touches that silicone is what we're going to see. But then I want to get his gills filled up so I can smash them somehow. Okay, I think they're full. Oh, I almost spilled it. Oh, they're not quite full. Almost full. All right, so let's do some of that. Again, I do not know if they're going to mix together. This is kind of my experimental before I do the live, so if I don't like what happens, then I change it on the live. And only those of you who made it to the live know what happened. Let's do a purple egg. And a purple egg. Let me see his gills. Get bubbles in them pretty easily. So we might have incomplete gills. I don't know. I don't see any bubbles coming out. But it's very difficult to see them. I'm just going to squeeze them for another second or so here. It's been a while since I've made this one, so I don't remember all the ins and the outs. So let's do his arm again. So he's gonna lose some there. That in his fingers. The purple one here. And here. So at least his arms will have some different colors and they won't mix. Hopefully they won't mix. There's that color. Here's this one. Get them in his little tootsies. And we'll pour a little bit of this just to dome him up. There he is. Now I need another mold. For the extras, I just want to stick this down in his little fingertips. I think they're all pretty good. So I'm going to let this get pretty tacky before I turn my heat mat on. Pop these bubbles. All right, that's cool. Hopefully those colors stay separated. Let me find a mold. Let's just use my flower mold and pour the rest in there. I'm just going to drizzle it and drizzle it. If I can get some in there. Kind of like that. Who knows what color? It might not. It might turn brown. Most likely it'll turn brown. But we'll try it. It's okay. Let's just scrape this out. I guess I could have put it in those bows. Forgot already. It's sitting right here in front of me. Too late. All right, that's good. That took all the rest of it. So maybe a ½ ounce in there. So that one was very accurate. I mixed up 5 ounces. That says 4 point something, 4.5, and this is the other half. So their molds are very accurate when it's on there. But for some reason, maybe that's an older molds before they started putting the numbers on that frog and the salamander or whatever it is. I don't know. Okay, that's it. Time to get you the comment of the day. I'll see you in a second. Everything is cured and cooling, so while that is cured and cooling, well, while it's cooling, we're going to unmold these because these are all ready. So let's do these first, and I will show you the colors. So the first one, these are the extras. Let's just pull these out and get them out of the way here. So I don't have the colors with me, but I just made a whole bunch of pendants with the leftovers, which there really wasn't much. I was trying my hardest not to have too many leftovers yesterday, because I know I have a lot to do here. So I'm just going to pull these out. Here's a bigger one. A couple of them need to be drilled out and pendants put on, but they're all pretty, of course. I didn't mix anything together. I just poured my extras into this mold. Oh, this was black. This was a leftover black, and I did pour in, I dripped in a little bit of the blue pigment, opaque pigment colors from them. So that's what I got out of those. So I will drill these out, get all these finished. These, I'm not going to finish any of these because these are my demolds for the live. So the first one is going to be their pink opal. And that is this one. Look at those colors. That's why I love them so much. So that is the pink opal. We'll put that there. And then this one is green opal. Trying to keep them in an order. So you've got the green. I don't know if you need white underneath these or not. Let me see if I can grab something. You can see the green in there. Did we need this under the pink? I don't think so. It's beautiful on its own. Then we have lawn green, which is this one. I don't think we need white under them. I'm pretty sure you could see them. So that's the lawn green. Everything's got opal in it. Next one is violet opal, which is this one. Gorgeous. All of them will be gorgeous. Champagne gold. That's this next one. How am I going to do this and keep them in order? Let's do it this way. Okay, champagne gold. Beautiful. The next one is going to be sky blue opal. Lovely. We've got silver opal. Look at that one. Love that one. The next one is purple opal. Really pretty. Just a hint of purple in there though, not too much. And we've got dark green. Come on. Right there. A hint of green. It's dark, but I don't know. I don't know if I would call. Oh, I guess on that black background, you can see those colors better. Then 3 more. We've got blue opal. Look at that one. That is gorgeous. Love that one. There's slightly difference in them all. You can see here on the black. Golden opal. Beautiful. And then magic opal, which is basically opal. So those are those ones. Let's do the chrome powders next, and these are pretty self-explanatory. Look at that. Stunning. This one is the silver. We've got 10 colors here. This is called silver. Here's the colors we'll put right there so you can see them. That is gorgeous. Oh, I probably won't be able to do that. I don't know what order I went in. This one is this one, I think. Yep, rose gold. Stunning mirror finishes. Make sure you have a nice brush. I actually used the brush that came with it, which looks like, where is it? This one? No, that's not it. That's not it. I lied. This is the one. These come with them. I used the brush and I burnished it in really, really well. And I'm not, so far, don't have any brush marks. This one is the chartreuse yellow. So it looks like what it looks like in the thing. So there's no like chameleon change or anything. So that's why it doesn't matter what color you put in here. This one is the aqua. They are all stunning. I love them. I also love them mixed into your resin. I did not do that. Maybe I will do that for the live. I don't know. If you saw the live, you already know the answer to that. This one is fuchsia because these are absolutely gorgeous mixed into the resin. Absolutely gorgeous. This is the black one. That's how you know you have their new kit. This is the newest chrome powder kit. They also have 10 more colors that they came out with, and the new kit has the black. There's that one. This one is beautiful. This is the lilac. There's that one. I mean, they have several more kits, but in order to do them in one video, it's almost impossible. So we had to limit it. 7 kits was a lot for one video. Sky blue is beautiful, and this is the one that was done in clear. So you could see that color perfectly with a clear. And then this one was done in the white background. So you can see it doesn't matter. And then that was the copper. So pretty. And then the last one is, what is this one called? Bronze. So you've got a couple metallics there. So those are the chrome powders. Let's move on to the chameleon powder kit. So 10 colors in this kit. And this one has them both. And this one is the olive. So let's check out the olive under black and under white. Let me move those because I need to keep these in order for the live. So that is the same exact color, under black and under white. So you get two completely different colors. Now, if you filled it with blue or green or red, you'll probably get a different color. So you have so many opportunities for different effects with these. So those are the olive. The next one is going to be golden, under black and under white. So this is under black and this is under white. It's almost like a green gold and a yellow gold. So that is the golden. The next one is going to be grape. Two completely different. So black here, white here. That's the way I'll do it on the video. So aren't those pretty? So different. It's so different. It just depends on what look that you want. So keep that in mind when you're using chameleon powders, so you know what to expect when you fill them. This one is called mint. I do think about that a lot when I do chameleons, because sometimes I want the lighter color and I want to make sure I don't mistakenly fill them with black. This one was mint, so you got the greenish goldish color and not so much green in there when it's like that. So there's that one. Number 6, or number 5, plum. This one is plum. Oops, this one is the black, this one is the white. So different. Oh, I see. I got something in there. Oh, you know what I did? I know exactly what I did. I dripped, because I poured all the blacks first, and a little tiny drip of black got in there. And I wondered if I was going to see it. And you definitely see it. So there's that, the plum. Number 6 is teal. And there's one. Look at that. I love that color. This is one of my favorite colors that they have. I also love it like that. So that's teal. Then we've got magenta in this one. I did have to pour some in there because I ran out of space. So this is your magenta. Beautiful. Love them. These are so close when they're under the white. And the next one is champagne. That will be these two. Beautiful. Purpley champagne-y color for sure. And then 2 more, which are here. This one is Galaxy. So let's pull the galaxies out. Under white and under black. Oh man, I got a little spot right there. But you could tell either way. Galaxy. And then the last one in this set is going to be blue. Let's pull that out. Here's the blue. It's like a blue purple. So all of them are color changing. And here are all of the chameleons. Like I said, you can do different colors and you'll probably get different effects. Last but not least is one of their sets of chameleon flakes. This is the newest set. So the first one is going to be hot pink and chartreuse. And that's under black and under white. Look at that. They are gorgeous. You should really make yourself one of each and put it with the jar because they're so different. So different. And when you're turning that, you could see, look at all those colors. That's why I love these on water ripple effects. They look stunning on water ripple. Let's keep these out. And then a second one is going to be purple pink. Here's purple pink. It's really close to that one. A little less gold, but a lot more purple and pink, obviously. And then number 3 is violet aqua. And that is these two. Look at that. So pretty. You can see a little purple in there. They all look in opal-y without the black. So the black really makes those colors obviously pop, but they are very similar under the white. The next is violet blue. Here's that one. Wow. So pretty. It's almost like a chrome, but not. I see green in there too. So that's violet blue. Next one is gold olive. Ooh, look at that. That was look good on some nails, huh? Golden olive. So pretty. Love this stuff. It's not always fun to clean up after it, but I love the effect you get. Okay, but lime blue is the next one. Ooh, that is a pretty lime color. I do like that. You even got an orange in there. So nice. Last two, we've got brown yellow. Hope you like demolding because that is what today is all about. Brown yellow, look at that. That would be pretty too on your nails. Love them, but they're so opal-y. They're so unique, not unique. They're very similar. You can see different colors in the opal, but they're very similar under white. And then we got pink olive, last ones. That one's similar to that one, if you ask me. I like it under there though. So those are this set, the Chameleon Flakes 8-color set. So that is all of those. Let's see if we can get all these out now. So here's the little extras. Here's the little bow. Not too bad. I got a bubble, but we'll save that. No matter what. This is the Into Resin flower mold in the pink. Pretty. Always pretty, no matter what you put in there. This one I totally forgot to like smush around, so I probably have a lot of bubbles. This is my flower mold. Oh my gosh, I don't have any bubbles. Shocking. This was 2 colors too, and it like blended into one. So not sure what I'm gonna get. Here's the butterfly. This is the extra of all of those colors in the gecko or whatever. Salmon, I don't know, salamander. Salmon, look at that. Oh, that's pretty. It's not too bad. Wow, I like it. There's a few bubbles in here, but that's okay. You know, you can't have it all, can ya? Nice. All of those colors came out. All right, what do we start with? Which one's the hardest? This one's probably the coolest. Ooh, his little hands are a little soft. Wonder, probably his tail too, because it's so much thinner than the rest. Let me see. Now these were all those mica powder colors. Why can't it? Just want to try to pop the tail out first. There we go. Be very careful with his little feet. Well, those came out pretty nice. Now his little hands. Gosh. Okay, that's good. Comes out pretty simple. I've never poured this one before. Let's see how his eyes, hopefully his eyes are in the right place. Oh my goodness. They are! Oh my god, I love him! That is super cool. Look at his eyes. They stayed in place. Oh my gosh. What do you think about those colors? Those colors are awesome. I'm super happy with that. And I'm not into like reptiles much, but I do like him. I don't know if I'm going to do much to them because I do want to be able to show off the colors for the live. So I don't know if I'm going to do a whole lot. That is so cool. Yay! Yay me! He does need to sit for a while. He's got one bubble on his little finger butt. Not too bad. Oh my gosh, I'm really pleased. So when he was gelling up, I sprayed alcohol on his belly and it gave it that cool little effect with the cells. So that was kind of neat to do. So there's that one. All right, let's do, are these are still a little bit warm. This was the thermochromic powders. So I will get ice water and hot water or something. Somehow we're going to figure out how to see the two colors on here. I just want to loosen up his hands. These are not the easiest to get out. Now I got a little piece in here that we need to get out so I can utilize that space with my finger. Just want to make sure his hands are loosened before we pull the rest of them out. Oh, I forgot about his gills. Oh no. Oh gosh, please come out. Totally forgot. That side's out. I can't go back now because he's already partially unmolded. Gosh, I hope it's... I always mess up on axolotls. Oh, I got it. I got it. Okay. Shoot. I don't want to mess him up. He's my demo. Okay, we got him. Oh, I missed his eye. Well, they came out. His eyes came out. No! Oh my gosh. Both of them came out. That totally stinks. But you know what else I noticed? I'm missing one color. Probably this orange yellow, unless that's that one. What do we have? Dark green and lime, which I think we have. Orange, yellow, violet, and blue. We're missing one of the colors. Ah, it totally stinks. I don't know how to fix that. I don't think I can fix that. I don't know what to do about that. That totally stinks. So I may not be doing, I'm not going to do his eyes on the live. I've already made my decision. Oh, now I'm worried about the frog. Ah, that stinks so bad. But yeah, we're missing one of the colors. So I don't think mixing 3 colors was such a great idea. All right, well, oh gosh, please be in your head in the proper place, little froggy. Oh my goodness. Please, please, please. His toes are so thin. It's the only part that I'm worried about. They need a lot long. I didn't even check for bubbles under there, so I could have a big bubble under his chin as well. Don't know. I'm just hoping for eyes in the right place at this. Oh, good. No bubbles under the chin. Trying to be gentle. So this is the glow in the dark. So I will get you pictures in the dark as well. Oof. Oh gosh. Do we have eyes in the right place? Please tell me we do. Yes, we do. Thank God. 2 out of 3. Not too bad. There's his eyes. Okay. We got a little bit of blue, purple, a little bit of pink, mostly purple. So I don't think I'm going to blend 3 colors together again on the live. So, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that Axolotl's eyes are up in his head. And that is so terrible. So terrible. All right, so let me see if I'm going to do anything. Give me a couple minutes to think about it. Not that you know a couple minutes have passed, but I'll be right back. I trimmed everything and I went and washed everything off, and I have to show you the thermochromic ones are so cool. So this is thermochromic too. So, right, it doesn't look like we have more than one color, right? So here's the ice water. I'll dip in half just for a few minutes. not even a few minutes. So that is under cold. You could see all the other colors coming out under the cold water. It is so quick. Look at that. Totally different. Super duper cool. That's that one. And then let's do the axolotl before I decide if I want to change him any. So this is obviously under warm, normal conditions. We'll dip his head in first. And it's so fast. Look, it's already starting. I'll dip his head and his gills. So quick. Look at that. That kind of hides his bad eyes. Oh, his feet are under there. See, they're changing, and we're getting the other colors. So let's just dip his body in. I had to get a big bowl so we can get his whole body changed. This is so cool. It's been a long time since I messed around with these. And it only takes a second. Look at that. So if you live in a cold environment and you stick them out in the winter, you're going to have a completely different axolotl. Isn't that super cool? I love that. Okay, let me get back to thinking. I'm all done. I didn't do a ton, but I did a little bit. So these have the bales. I drilled some and I glued some. So those are done. Didn't do anything to this. I'm just going to give that away the way it is. This I'm leaving for the live so I could dip it in the cold water for them too. And the same for this. So I'm going to be able to dip this in the water. Look at those gorgeous deep colors when she's cold. Isn't that cool? And then I'll dip her in hot water and cold water. So, but after that, I came up with a solution for the eyes on the head. You guys are going to die laughing. But she got in trouble with her girlfriend and her mom told her, you better not do it. And she did it anyway. And she went and dyed her hair blonde. So I'm going to put some doll hair on her head, I think after the live is over, to cover up the eyes on her head. So we could save her cute little stinker face. All right, so that's for later. The butterfly, I just blinged up with some rhinestones this time for a change. So that one's really pretty. Here's the frog. So the frog got some toenails on all of her toes with some iridescent stones. And then I had these pink eyelashes. Not sure you could see them. So I just put some pink eyelashes on her. And then we're going to get her to glow in the dark for you in the end pictures, not right now. And then for this one, I gave each foot a different color rhinestone. Blue, red, pink, and green. And then put her mouth on, which is crooked, I see. And then I gave her some eyelashes as well. That's all I'm going to do to those. I like the color. I don't want to like overdo them. So that's it, guys. Thanks for joining me. I know it was quite a long video. We got through it all, so I think we should be good. And I will see you tomorrow, I hope. Have a blessed day, everybody. Bye.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Ooh, 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 ooh. Canvas dreams and sparkly streams. Her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings, a masterpiece of golden wings. She sprinkles joy like morning dew. In every shade a promise new. A life of love, a life of grace. In her art we see his face. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides holds her shining heart. She sprinkles joy like morning dew in every shade of